Welcome back to Switcher South Africa. I'm Nicky Nash as always, and today you guys join me inside this Volkswagen T-Roc. You're looking at the 140 kilowatt 2-liter engine. That's the engine that's in this vehicle. So, but before I tell you everything you need to know about the T-Roc, I need to tell you about Change Cars. What is Change Cars? Change Cars online platform where you can buy, sell your vehicle, and the vehicle is listed on Change Cars are manufacturer approved. And for insurance, click the Discover Insure button on the Change Cars website, and to watch more videos, blogs and all those things, go to the Change Cars website. But enough about that, let me just quickly tell you about this vehicle. So today we're in the T-Roc, and this car, off the bat, I like it. You know, it drives okay, it drives smoothly. Of course, this is the top of the range, so it's sitting on very low profile tires. There's road imperfections up ahead, so you'll see the movement and all of that. But the vehicle does feel how to drive. But actually, before I speak about the drive of the car, let's speak about the usual things I speak about: the look of the car and then the interior. So the look of the car looks very beautiful. I like this look over because this is the facelift. I like this one over the pre-facelift. It looks beautiful over here. The interior as well, like interior is just, everything was done on point, except for the thing I don't like is the whole design of the infotainment system. So it's like a pop-out infotainment system, and on the previous generation, well, the pre-facelift was within the dashboard, and I prefer that one over this one. That's the only thing I'll change, and maybe the haptic feedback buttons on the steering wheel. But I'm gonna speak about those and things I don't like about the car. So to the drive of the car drives smoothly, drives wonderfully. It feels like a VW. That's something I like about VW vehicles. No matter what VW car you're in, it feels like a VW, and that's something that VW gets so well. It makes you feel throughout the whole range. It feels like a VW. Road imperfections, you see. So obviously in this specific one, you will feel that because of the tires. It's on low profile tires, the 2-liter, and it's an R line as well. So the 1.4, not the R line, the one, just forgot the name of the name of that specific vehicle, but that one rides much better because of the tire profile it's sitting on. So my colleagues have told me. So back to what I was saying about this car, drives well. You're looking at a 7-speed drag clutch DSG gearbox. You know how VW gearbox is. It's okay. It is laggy from time to time. So I'm in eco right now, and being in eco, if I put my foot flat, it is gonna lag. So foot flat, lag. Then there's the pickup. So that's an eco, and then I'm gonna pop it into sport and do the exact same thing. And then sport, it's holding on gear 2, so it's waiting for me to go. But I put my foot flat, then it picks up a bit, you know. So it's something that's known for VW. The DSG, it is quite laggy in certain parts. But back to eco mode quickly. So the car is pushing 140 kilowatts and 320 newton meters of torque through a 2-liter engine. So this car, it does go. When you want it to go, it will go. That's something I like about the car. It is quite quick. And this one is the 4Motion, so it's 4-wheel drive, so there is no slip in this vehicle. From the onset, there's grip. I'm in manual mode, so from the onset there's grip. That's one thing I like about the car. It handles so well. When you put your foot flat, there's grip from the onset. So that's something that I like, how VW has introduced the 4Motion into this vehicle. It gets the job done. So something I forgot to tell you guys about the interior of this vehicle. This car is fitted with the Beats audio system. So if you don't know how to set the Beats audio system or any sound system, for example, you're going to hate the sound system. So when this vehicle came to me, I honestly didn't like it at all until I played around with the whole sound settings, and then I found the sweet spot of the Beats audio system in there. And for me, I don't hate it, but at the same time, on this vehicle I would opt it. But I'm not really a fan of the Beats audio system as a whole. I prefer the dyno audio that they used to use, and now they use the Harman Kardon. I'm yet to experience the Harman Kardon in a VW product. I just know Harman Kardon as a whole is a good sound system. So the interior, the seats as well feel quite good. This specific vehicle is fitted with the sports seats, and that's something that it gets the job done. You feel it puts you into place. That's one thing I like about the seats. They put you into place. They feel good. So it's electronic and memory seats for me. So for the driver's seat, electronic, and 3 memory setting seats. Then passenger, I would have loved it to be electronic, but it's not. Electric, but it's not. It is manual. So that brings me on to things I don't like about the car. 3 things I don't like about the car, and 3 things I like about the car. 3 things I don't like about the car. One thing that I don't like about this car, One, it has to be the lack of space, you know. So the car isn't as practical as you'd think it is, although when you do look at the car, you do see that it's actually lifted, but it's not big. So I don't like the lack of space, if I should say. And then the second thing I don't like about those car, it has to be the infotainment system, how I prefer the previous one over this one. The third thing I don't like about the car, it has to be how the haptic feedback buttons on the steering wheel. So you get haptic feedback on the steering wheel and also on the climate control. Somehow on the climate control it works well, it works fine. I've never had a problem with any VW that has had this haptic feedback climate control. But on the steering wheel, this is my first VW that I'm properly experiencing. I've driven the Golf R and it has this haptic feedback on the steering wheel, but I really didn't experience it like that. So on those vehicles, I don't like the haptic feedback on the steering wheel, because it doesn't give you, it's not like buttons you can just press at that point. So on those one you need to slide it, and sometimes when you press it doesn't go where you want it to go. And another thing that I don't like about this specific vehicle and this specific steering wheel, so this steering wheel, it's taken out of one of the other Volkswagen products. How I know is because on the right hand side, I'll try to take a video, maybe it'll pop up, but it's kind of blacked out. There's the heated steering wheel button. It's right there, I can see it, but it's blacked out. So it's there. So out of like that, VW could have just not included it there, because me owning this car and seeing the button there, but I can't have that feature, is something that obviously when I just see the car, I'm like, oh, there's heated steering wheel. When I press it doesn't work. So it's something I don't like. Now, other things I like about the car, one, it has to be the look of the car. Two, it has to be the overall drive and feel of the vehicle. Huge VW overall drive, everything is just perfection. The third thing I like about the car is the overall package in terms of the look, the power, and the feel. The seats as well put into place. So the overall package of the vehicle is the third thing I like about the car, you know. And being with this gearbox and all of the 2 liter, the power and all of that, it has launch control. How is the launch control? Is okay, it gets the job done. It's not mind-blowing launch control, but it gets the job done. I'll do a launch control pull up ahead. And then those 3 important questions: do I like the car? Would I buy the car? Would I recommend the car? Do I like the car? Yes. Would I buy the car? Would I buy the car? No, because of the price. I'll price everything down below. Price this one. Before options, you're looking around 670,000. After options, obviously gonna be touching early 700s. And 3, would I recommend the car? Honestly, this is not a vehicle where you'd recommend to someone and be like, you can buy a T-Roc, you can buy that. This is the vehicle. If someone came to you and said, Nikki, what do you think of the Volkswagen T-Roc? The Volkswagen T-Roc, I'd be like, no, it's a good car, I like it, I would buy it, you know. I wouldn't say buy the vehicle. I wouldn't say before you buy the T-Roc, look at this vehicle on this side, you know. So it's something that I would recommend. Hold on, let me just let the car behind me pass. There we go. So it's not a car I'd say recommend and shortlist amongst other vehicles. You come to me telling me you want the T-Roc, I'll tell you what I think about the T-Roc, and then from there it's up to you on how you perceive the vehicle if you want to buy it. So another thing, I just picked it up now, except I'm about to do launch control for you guys. Something I don't like about the vehicle is that to launch the car the traction needs to be off, and to go to traction you need to press car settings, ESC system activated, and you must put it on ESC sport or TSC off. I go TSC off, and then the gearbox must be in sport. The car doesn't have to be in sport. The car can be in eco or comfort, whatever, but as long as the gearbox is in sport, it will launch. So I don't like the fact that the traction button is within the infotainment system, you know. I don't like that. But that being said, let me give you guys a launch, and then there will be the review of the car. There we go. So it goes. So this is the Volkswagen T-Roc. I hope you guys like the content. See you in the next one.